I'm from Nashville, and I'm married, and it's fine. I don't know. This is what marriage feels like. What it feels like in here right now. Just one person talking, the other's like, "I'm gonna get out of here." I always get home late doing comedy, and my wife will be asleep. So I'll go in, I fix something to eat, I watch TV. I'll be home for like an hour, and I'll just hear her from the bedroom. She'll be like, "Nate, is that you?" It's like, you better hope to God it's Nate. You have let some murderer get quite comfortable in this house. He's eating, you know? And I don't have a gun. We don't have a gun to protect us if someone broke into our house. I have a pocket knife. That's what I have. It's gonna do nothing. I don't know even how to use this knife in the middle of the day, much less I'm gonna wake up out of a dead sleep and have some kind of knife skill I've never had before. So what me and my wife do, we sleep strategically in our bed to like prepare for an attack, you know? So like I'm here, like she's closest to the door, but I don't know. It's fine. Look, she doesn't even know there's a strategy. So it's the plan is like the guy would come in, right, and she's gonna lunge at him. She'll lunge, and she'll probably be like, "It felt like I got pushed," and be like, "Well, you don't know what lunging means." And she'll lunge. She'll put up a good fight, you know? At least a good enough fight that I can be practicing with my knife on my side. That's all I want. Little. We have a daughter. We have a daughter as well, so it's getting pretty serious between us now. And it's our first kid. I don't know if we had a kid too late in life. Sometimes I think so. Like, because if you ever ask someone that has kids and their kids are grown and moved out, and you're like, when's the best time of your life? They will say before they have kids or after their kids move out. There's like 20 years they don't mention. And that's when kids were in their house, you know? So for me, I'm 35. I was 33 when she was born. So by the time she moves out, I'll be 53. I'll be dead within hours. So, I've just pushed it too far. Like, I should have done it earlier, you know? Like, I watched that show, Teen Mom, and I'm like, man, those girls are nailing it. Like, that's what... Just get it over with, you know? Like, no one likes junior high or high school anyway, so just wrap it all up together. If I had my daughter at 13, she'd be already moved out. Right now, she'd be gone. I'd already be done. I would be crushing it down here. So, we took her to Disney World, and she's 2, and so when I took her, like my stupid buddies that don't have kids, they're just like, why are you even taking her? It's not like she's going to remember it, you know. You're just like wasting money. And I was like, I don't know. It's fun to see her get excited. I don't know, you know. I mean, should I just lock her in a closet and be like, do you remember yesterday? No? Well, until you start remembering things. I'm not going to waste any money on you, you know? We were living in New York. We were living in New York when she was to be born, and we flew home. I didn't want her to be born in New York. I just, you know, I don't need her growing up thinking she's better than me. Yeah. It was you start where we start. No one gets a leg up in our family. And when I first moved to New York, I was there 3 months from Nashville, Tennessee. And I remember one night we would do comedy, then we'd always go eat at like a diner really late. And one night I'm sitting, we go to this diner, I'm sitting in the back, and this guy walks in with his CNI dog, but he's like pretending to be blind. Like he's not, like I'm really good at telling when people are fake blind. And I was like, this guy's not blind, you know? He walked in, he made a big announcement to it. He's like, hey, I'm blind, everybody, I'm blind. And then he started just knocking everything off everybody's table. Like, oh, I wish I could see what's going on, but I can't because I'm blind. And he had a seeing-eye dog, but he was leading the dog around the whole time. The dog never got in front of him, and I was like, it doesn't work like that, you know? Like, I don't think the dog builds confidence and is like, why don't you do some of these on your own? I just want to see, you know, if you get it, like, So I'm watching all this happen. I'm getting pretty upset about it, you know, because I just moved to the north from the south, so I still cared about people. And I was like, I gotta do something, you know? And so they kick him out, and they get us outside. And I go out there, I look, I was like, all right, let me go, because in my Mayberry head, I think this is New York's biggest problem. And I go over to him, I was like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, why would you pretend to be blind? Like, how would you feel if you really were blind? And he was like, how would you feel if you were blind? I was like, what does that even mean? And then he sprayed me with mace. And he was so accurate. You know, it wasn't like, oh, I hope I get him. It was both eyeballs. The bridge of my nose wasn't even wet. That's how good he was. And when you get sprayed with mace, you can see for a second. And I remember, like, I was like sitting there, and I look up, and he runs across the street, and he gets hit by a cab. For real, it wasn't bad. Like the cab, like just kind of bumped in. I mean, it wasn't good, but it wasn't, you know, like he's fine. I think he's fine. He could see after. No, I don't know. But he falls into the sidewalk. But I remember like thinking, I was like, I saw that cab. Like he definitely should have seen it, you know. So it was like, all right. I mean, odds are he's probably blind, you know. Maybe it's his first day or something. I don't know. Like maybe he's going through a lot, and I should have just backed up. Everybody asked too. They're like, oh, was it? They would one another. Like, would you get sprayed with pepper spray or mace? And it's like, I don't know what it was. What kind of life are you living if you could tell the difference? If I knew, it was something. I don't know. Could have been hairspray. I don't know. What do you? He had big hairspray that he carried with him. Yeah. I love doing comedy though. It's fun, and I do it. My dad is an entertainer as well. He's a magician. Really is. He does it. You know, he does. Well, he's also started as a clown too. Like I don't want to come off like I come from some rich magic family, and you know, I'm better than you guys. He paid his dues, his clown dues, and he went through the system. That's this. It goes. There's 2 steps. It goes clown, magician, and that's it. You can also just go straight to magician, but it depends if you want to be respected or not. And so, I'll tell people too. I'm like, oh, my dad was a clown. They're like, oh, I hate clowns. And it's like, hey, remember that time I just said my dad was a clown? I just said that. Here's what we did a show together recently. I'll tell this story and then we'll be done. We did a show together. So magicians, when they get together, they do they have magic conventions, and it's where they all like kind of get together and they perform for each other. They give lectures, they buy and sell tricks, and like all this stuff. So it's a lot of magicians, you know. So this dude was putting one together in Des Moines, Iowa, the birthplace of magic. Most people don't. No, it's not. It's not, but it sounds like you're like maybe, you know, like. You don't really know. You're like, oh, all right. So this guy is putting it together. He's having my dad perform. So he calls me and he's like, hey, I want you to come and we're going to surprise your dad. I'm going to make you appear out of a magic trick. And then you'll come out of the trick. You know, your dad will be on stage. He'll be blown away. The audience will go nuts because you 2 guys will be together. And then you come out and do stand-up. It's going to be like the perfect ending of the night. And I was like, all right, perfect. Let's do it. Sounds great. So we get it, fly to Des Moines. I get there, show starts, no one knows I'm there. I climb in this box, my dad's performing. Right when he gets done, they push the box out. My dad's out there. The trick is, normally this guy walks around, he's a very pretty lady assistant, and she walks around the box, shows the box is empty, and then the box, she climbs in, box falls apart, and she disappears. Now, she climbs in, box falls apart, I pop out. Like, huh? Can you guys believe it? I made it. Can you guys, it's crazy, right? And I look, I look at my dad, and his face he's so surprised, and his face is, it's kind of just like, why would you agree to this? And I was like, what? Is that not? And in the audience, zero reaction. Zero. Nothing. And then I realized, I go, you know what? They don't know we're related. No idea. They think this is the worst trick they've ever seen in their life. The trick is like, so a pretty girl disappears and a whatever dude pops out? Like, that's your trick? It's the stupidest trick I've ever seen in my life. And now I gotta do stand-up. So I gotta jump out of the box, grab a microphone, and now they're like, now he's talking to us? Like, what does he get off? They have no idea I'm a comedian. And when you do stand-up in front of people that are not expecting stand-up, it doesn't come off as stand-up. It comes off like a mean speech, People are like, get back in the box. So, all right, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the night.